And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1 percentile? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
This is a Goldilocks report that supports the narrative for a soft landing.
As somebody who's been bearish, I have to admit that this is about as close to a perfect report as we can get.
I think the key here, the markets, if you saw the futures take off, that's because the average hourly earnings came in at not nearly as high.
Unbelievable. They brought out their one-trick pony, the same pony they're going to bring out next week during earnings season. Beat the street, beat the estimates, beat their own estimates. They played the same game. Think about this, what they did. So this morning, the hourly wages, and understand this, all they care about, the labor secretary, Marty Walsh, Democrat, Biden appointee, oversees the BLS, these are where the numbers are generated. They only care about one thing, wages. That's all they care about. Remember, they could care less about an increase in the number of jobs. They don't care if they're up 200, 300, 105 jobs. They could care less. An increase in the number of jobs is not important when you're fighting inflation. Or the number of people who are unemployed. The unemployment doesn't mean anything. It's not important. It really isn't when you're fighting inflation. They know this. Or the fact that there's 1.7 job openings, 1.7 million job openings for every one available worker. Not important. They don't care about that. The only thing that's important is hourly wages. You've got to get wages down to beat inflation. If you're not willing to raise rates higher than the rate of inflation, which they have not done, the rate of inflation, and it's low, 8%, it's really 16%, but let's use their fake number. So let's take their 8%, and they're they should be fighting inflation with 10, 15%. No, they're fighting it with 4.5%. So they figure the way they'll fight inflation is they hope to destroy wages. See, what's important to them is that your wages go down. The average hourly wage goes down. They want wages to decline because less wages mean less consumption of goods. Less consumption of goods means less demand. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bust demand. Less demand, less inflation. Exactly. So this morning, they come out and they go, well, let's see now. All right, let's take a look at our wages. This is what they care less about anything else in that report. So they look at the month over month It's up 0.3%. Not down from the previous month, but up. But get this. Year over year, from last year to this year, wages are up 4.7%, 4.6%. That is a hot number. That's a hot wage number. You don't think they knew that? You don't think the Secretary of Labor knew that? So here's what they did. They bring in their one-trick pony, just like next week, beat the estimates, beat the estimates. So they turned around and said, oh, this is a good number. This is a good number because it came well below our estimate. Here they go, the estimate game. Their own estimates. So they said, month over month, wow, came at 0.3%. Oh, we thought it was going to come in at 4.6%. It beat our own estimates. Now, they don't tell you it's their own estimates, but it's their estimates. You see the game? Year over year. What's the number? What's the number? 4.6%. Oh, thank God. We estimated. We thought it was going to come in at 5%. Says the Labor Secretary, Marty Walsh, appointee by Biden, runs the BLS. So they did the same thing as they do with earnings. Beat the street by a penny. Why? Because of estimates. Our estimates. We estimated to come in lower than it did or come in higher. They beat estimates. That's what they did here. That's all they did. As I said, they could care less about the job numbers. So when you look at the jobs are horrible. Horrible. So they came in and they said, well, we estimated there's going to be 200,000 jobs. Oh, my God. Okay, they beat our estimates, their own estimates, 223,000. But go back and take a look at all the jobs, going back a year, every first Friday. The jobs are coming down, not going up, but they don't tell you that. They don't go and show you that. Leisure and hospitality was the majority of the jobs, of the 223,000 jobs. The largest contributor was low-paying, mostly part-time, minimum wage, leisure, and hospitality jobs. Of the 223,000 jobs, 67,000 of those 223,000 jobs, or 30%, it was the biggest part of the job number. They had the biggest contribution. Lousy part-time minimum wage leisure jobs and hospitality jobs. And they come out and they want us to believe this garbage?
This is a Goldilocks report that supports the narrative for a soft landing.
Are you kidding me? When your jobs, the majority are bartending jobs and waitress jobs and chambermaid jobs? Are you nuts? You think the Federal Reserve cares about that? They could care less. They're not working on those jobs. If they were working on jobs, they wouldn't take up a war with the oil companies. For God's sakes, how stupid could Biden be? You want to beat inflation, you don't take up a war over oil. My God, Japan. Think about Japan. They take on America, a country with twice the population, 5 times the steel production, 17 times gross national income. They were willing to take us on that big. Are you nuts? Because they needed oil, because they're expanding. Remember, they were expanding all through Asia. They're expanding through the French Indonesia. They're going into China. They needed oil. And when they started to attack China, we did an embargo. No more oil to China. To Japan, no more oil. That's how important oil is. And that's why they attacked us. So my point is, what does Biden do? He's created the biggest inflation bubble in history because he took on oil. He said, let's have a war with the oil companies. You don't get rid of oil overnight because, we beat our own estimates. Wow. There's no inflation anymore. Look at the wages. There's no inflation in wages anymore. We beat the estimates. We beat the estimates. Gee, look at this. Year over year, last year wages were hot at 4.6%. We got to raise rates. We got to get raised rates at 4.6% last year. Oh, they came in what? Oh, we thought it was going to come at 5% this year? Oh, my God. It didn't? Oh, we beat the 5% estimates? They came in at 4.6 instead of 5? This is stupidity. This is unbelievable what's going on today. You watch all the other rallies we had, what happened? Every rally we get like this that's pent up goes away. They're not willing to fix what's wrong. Cut the damn expenses.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Warning: Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of the people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
It's amazing to me, the garbage that comes out of these people on Wall Street, on the fake business news network. Listen, you want to hear some real garbage? This garbage is unbelievable. Where's the one with the... Get this.
Greg, what do you think? Is it time to double down on big tech?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, double down on big tech. Buy the dip, man. Double down. Here's what they understand but won't tell you the truth. Double down on big tech. Do you understand? For 13 years, we've created the biggest tech bubble in history. For 13 years, we've been printing money and taking that money to buy treasuries. Why? To bring interest rates down to zero. Why? Because when interest rates are down to zero, they can go and buy their own shares. The CEOs can buy their own shares of these big tech companies. And when they buy their own shares and there's less shares, they don't need profits. See, people don't even understand what QE is. It's a game. It used to be illegal. For 13 years, they've been pumping air in these stocks. These valuations are at nosebleed levels. These valuations haven't come down at all. So stocks went from $50 to $200 with no earnings. All the company had to do, the CEO, just go, hey, I got 1 million shares. I'm going to make sure I only got 800,000 shares. And when he pulls those, now he's only got 800,000 shares because he wouldn't have bought his own shares back from 1 million to 800. Now the earnings go up automatically. They go up. Don't need profits. Don't need earnings. They go up automatically, and it pushes the stock up. The price of the stock up. No profits, no earnings. Now this was only supposed to happen for 8 months to a year. After the 2008 crash. That's what Bernanke told us. That's what Obama told us in 2009. They were going to do this QE only for a year just to get things going, to help out the companies, because the companies lost $10 trillion. $10 trillion. They had to put trillions of dollars back into the companies for information technology, new technology, business investment. So to help them, they said, why don't we give you a little help with your stock? We'll give you a little help with your stock. So think about it. This guy sitting here with his company is almost destroyed. He's got a tech company. He's out of money. So the Federal Reserve comes up with a deal, says, look, I'll tell you what we do. For about 8 months to a year, how about if we go loan you money at zero rates? Would you then put money into the company? Wink, wink, wink. Oh, sure, we'll put it all into the company. We'll buy all kinds of equipment, new technology. No, they didn't. They went and bought their own stock, kept reducing the amount of outstanding shares they had. Because every time they contracted those shares, less shares outstanding, the more earnings would go up without having earnings. And that pushes up the stock price. Well, that money was supposed to go into new equipment. That's what Biden told the Congress. Oh, we're going to do this, and what we're going to do is print all this money and loan it to CEOs free. They won't have to pay any interest, and they're going to take all that money and buy new equipment, new business investment, increase productivity, increase wages. It's going to really help Main Street. The biggest lie ever. Bernanke should be in jail. Instead, they took the money and reduced the amount of shares they have outstanding, stock buybacks. It's supposed to be on for 1 year. Remember? 1 year, 8 months to a year. So stocks going up, going up, going up, going up. No profits, no earnings, didn't need them. These are speculative stocks. These aren't value stocks. These are growth stocks. People accept that. And in Wall Street with growth stocks, the idea is this. I'm going to buy it at 16, and I'm going to sell it to some schmuck at 20. Then the guy buys it at 20, I'm going to sell it to some schmuck at 50. So they did this bubble. But get this. Here's how it got worse. If you go back and I put together for everybody, if you want to go to my YouTube channel over the weekend, and I'm going to show you the 3 massive bubbles and why this crash, why we're going to, October, they keep saying the bottom's October. Give me a break. This thing is going to take out October so fast, we're going to go back down to the lows of 2018 to 2020. But before that, let me explain why this is so stupid that's going on. In 2000, between 1996 and 1999, 2000, remember, that is when everything was changing. That is when we started to say, let's tear these companies down. We don't want to be manufacturers anymore. We want to be a financial-based economy. Banks. We're going to send our factories over to Japan. They can have them. Send them to China. We're going to send we're not going to have any more workers here. We'll outsource. So that was between 1995 to about 1997. So then they had the Federal Reserve creates bubbles. That's their job, to create bubbles. Because who is the Federal Reserve? Very wealthy people. What are bubbles? Inflation. What do you do with inflation? Get rich. If you're a rich guy, you got all assets. So they created on purpose the tech bubble. They made money on the way up, and when you got to pop the bubble, because remember, when you have a big bubble, there's nothing underneath it. It's all air. So they popped the bubble and came back down. They made a fortune on the way up, and they made a fortune shorting. Next thing happens, we have 9/11. Uh-oh, we're in real trouble now. 9/11. Well, what are we going to do? The guys on Wall Street said, hey, let's create another bubble. Let's create a housing bubble. We'll sell houses to people that can't afford them. As a matter of fact, we won't even check and see if they have a job. If they have a job, we won't even ask them how much they're making. Hey, this is a great idea. Boom, housing bubble. But you got to pop them. You have to pop them. And that's the job of the Fed. That's what they do. The rich guys got richer. Banks got rich. They took all these crappy mortgages and sold them off to investors. You know the story. We crashed 2008. Now, here's where we start the biggest bubble in the world. I get a kick out. This is unbelievable what they did today. Unbelievable. Go to my YouTube channel, Phil's Gang YouTube channel. I explain it. I show you the charts. I show you. You're going to agree with me after you see it. What a con job today was. More when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have 2 people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Good investing means understanding how the stock market works.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you really want to make sense of this market, you can't be listening to the fake Business News Network. They will not tell you the truth. They're to get you excited, to make sure you go out and you're happy so you'll buy something. That's not what we do here at Phil's Gang. We give you the truth, the direction, and that's what you need. Listen to me on my radio show each day and also on my Rumble and YouTube channel podcast. philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake Business News Network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The
This is Steve Celeste, the Director of Education here at Phil's Gang and the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Just wanted to tell you how to get involved with Phil's Gang for 10 days for free. Simply go to www.philsgang.com. Click on Get Started at the top of the website. On the next page, you're going to see a big red banner that says 10-day free trial working investor plan. Click on that. That's all you've got to do to get started. And also, during this time of year, we have a wonderful gift shop on our website where you can buy gift certificates all year long for your friends, family, co-workers, employees, grandparents, whatever you got that you have somebody out there you want to share Phil's Gang. And I think that's a fantastic idea because really sharing knowledge is the best gift you can give to anybody. And also we have some other nice things in the gift shop, including Phil's Are You Nuts hat, as well as our webinars that we do time to time. All right, so you have yourself a happy new year. Back to you, Phil.
Thank you. And the timing couldn't be better. We have, when you join the gang, and you'll see this for the first 10 days, it's free. When you go to the website, you hit where it says Get Started. You'll say Working Investor Group. And there's a specific portfolio of stocks that Steve works with you every day. Every day. And at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're busy working, you couldn't go to the class, everything's archived. He'll set up, using our color-coded chart, telling you what stock in that group to buy, when to add, when to not add, when to take profits. So you've got a coach guiding you with those stocks. You're not by yourself. And I just started another group. And I just finished one group. I called my October group. That's gone. We did terrific with that last year. We did so well with that. Oil was the best performing. And we got our people in oil before anybody else did. Banks. I mean, we did really well. So we set up another one as my 2023 portfolio. And I'll give you the stocks. Gold, AU, MRO, one of the best oil stocks. Refiner. JP Morgan, of course, that's a great bank. Apple, Boeing, we're up big in Boeing right now. Target. Those are the only stocks we'll trade from now to next year. Then we'll start another portfolio. That's all you need for stocks. Why? Because after they rally 30, 40% or 10%, and it's time to get out, we will turn around and sell them short. That's how you make money in this business. When you're getting out of a stock and you're going, God, this stock's going down, I better get out. What do? They put you into another stock, trying to find another stock that's going up. But wait a minute, if your stock's going down, there's a reason. Because the trend is going down. The trend of the market's going down, and your stock wouldn't be going down. So they're going to go, and you're going to go find another stock to buy in a trend that's going down. Instead of turning around, stay with MRO. Let's say you're up 20% in MRO. Now it's going to go down. Stay with it, turn it, and you're shorting MRO, and you're going to catch it on the way back down. 85% of people lose money because they don't do that. 85% of people lose money, got too many stocks. Check it out. And by the way, go to my site, philsgang.com, and the Pro 2 color-coded chart that tells you when to buy, when to sell. It's a fantastic chart. Makes it so easy. Just go to philsgang.com, click on, and you'll see right there, you go to the page, and it'll say Get Started, and then you'll see Working Investor, and you also see where it says the Pro 2, the introduction to my Pro 2 color-coded chart. Okay, so this is ridiculous what's going on here today. So, and here's why. Did you hear what he said? Double down. Let's double down in tech stocks. Tech stocks have been going up since 2009, 2010, all on this big bubble. Corporations have been borrowing so much money over 13 years, they're in so much trouble. Now listen to this slide. Where's the one that says, let me see if I can make sure. Right. Listen to this slide.
Balance sheets are really strong in the corporate world. They have refinanced at really low rates.
Did you hear that? Balance sheets are strong. They financed at really low rates. Yeah, zero. They've been financing at zero for 13 years. They kept interest rates too low for too long. They have so much debt. Never, ever have corporations had an historic debt of $13 trillion. They're in trouble. But here's the real problem. The stock that was at $25 now is at $225. It didn't go up because there was improved margins, improved top-line sales. Are you kidding me? Improved free cash flow? No. That's what you used to have. You needed earnings and profits. But they didn't do that. They said, let's get rid of earnings. We don't need that. We'll cheat. Remember, it was Reagan who took that QE that was illegal, the stock buybacks that were illegal, and he made them legal. But Bernanke promised and Obama promised they'd only do this for about 8 months to a year. Went on for 13 years. So now you're sitting there with stocks, the valuation is so high, the big boys at Wall Street aren't buying them. They're not buying them. Who would? You got to be out of your mind. And this guy says, double down? You're going to double down on tech stocks that haven't even corrected yet? That are so overvalued? You're going to buy them now? Good. You do that because I'll short against you. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's unbelievable. These people are trying to create a rally. They'll do anything to create a rally. Remember the last time we created a 1,200-point rally in 2 days? They came over and they said, oh, look at this. Oh, Bank of England. The pension plans are in bad shape. They're going to go back to doing stock buybacks again. QE, going back to QE. They said, London's made an announcement now. Great Britain's made an announcement. We're going to go back to QE, zero rates again. And then all of a sudden, these same guys on Wall Street and the fake business network turned around and said, oh, we're going to go to QE again. Yeah, we're going to go to QE. Powell's going to go to QE. We're going to zero rates again. Marco, boom, 1,200 points. They do anything to try to create a rally. That's what they did today, because go take a look what happened to the bond market. All of a sudden, the bond market starts taking off. So I'm watching the bond market go up, and I'm watching the yields go down. So I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the yields down to push up tech stocks, because the tech stocks have been pushing this whole market up for 13 years. For 13 years, they tied to the S&P, 8 tech stocks, strapped into the S&P so they could push the S&P up, because the S&P wouldn't go up from 2008 up to 2022 without those tech stocks attached to them. So now I'm looking today, and I see Austin. I tell my member, wait, something's going on. Because all of a sudden the bond market is going straight up. Yields are coming down. And I look, I said, let's see what the dollar's doing. The dollar is not going up. Remember, the dollar always follows the yield. If the yield goes up, the dollar goes up. The yield goes down, the dollar goes down. But here you got you got the yield going. You got the yield. The bond market's going up. And the dollar is going down. Something's wrong here. It's not connecting. So these guys, all they're doing is trying to create a rally. That's all they're trying to do is create a rally. They're just creating a rally. Won't work. Never works. So if you go look at the bubble, the biggest problem we had after the dot-com bubble, we then had after the dot-com bubble, we had the housing bubble. At the end of the housing bubble, they had to create another bubble. And when they created that bubble, that was the third bubble, that's when they decided to do QE. And then what did they do? That's really screwed things up. That's going to take this market down big time. I'll explain when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
What are you, nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. I'm going to explain to you what's going on, and then you can go to my YouTube channel where I put it up on a chart and explain it, and you're going to see what they did. Simply, when those wage numbers are coming out, they knew damn well they were going to be hot. They knew if they compared last year to this year, wages would be up 4.6%, a hot number. So the Secretary of Labor panics, Marty Walsh. who's in charge of BLS. So they come up with a scheme is why don't we just tell them this, that we estimated that they're going to go up 5%. So, whew, wow, that's great news. Didn't go up 5%. But they estimated it was going to go up 5%. It went up 4.6% since last year, wages. That's huge. They've been trying to destroy wages for 2 years, the only way they can fight inflation. But they can't fight inflation because inflation is not going to come down because of what Biden's doing, setting a war against oil companies. So what happened today is that when all of a sudden I'm looking, and I knew what they're trying to do, they're trying to create a rally in tech stocks. Because they knew if they could get this bond market to run up today, the yields would come down and the dollar would come down, because the yields and the dollar always run together. They both come down together. And when that yield came down and when the dollar came down with the yield, that would push up the tech stocks. It's not working. Yeah, they're up a little bit, but most of it's short covering. Look, take Apple. Go look at the chart. Take the last 4 days. You got more sellers in the last 3 days than you got today as a buyer. This is a con job. Let me explain what's going on. So they created the tech rally, the bubble. They broke it. They got rich. They created the housing rally, bubble. They got rich. And then in 2009, they're sitting there going, gee, what do we do now? Okay, they had 9/11, and they knew corporations couldn't put money back into their companies. They were wiped out for business investment. So they said, let's create another bubble. What we'll do is print all this money, and we'll give it to the corporations free, 0 rates. And then they'll just keep reducing the number of shares they have outstanding, which will artificially push up their earnings, that pushes up their stock price. But we'll only do it for a year, because if we do it more than that, that'd be crazy, because we'd have valuations going to the stratosphere. A year goes by, boy, we're getting rich. So the real wealthy, boy, Wall Street, were they getting rich? And they never got this kind of wealth before without having to have profits. So now they run this thing, keep running. 2010, 11, 12, 13, 15. All of a sudden, Yellen takes over, head of the Fed. She looks, oh my God, look at the inflation. Look at this inflation. I better do something, but I better not scare anybody. So I'm going to tell everybody inflation is transitory. Don't worry about it. It's transitory. In the meantime, I'm going to raise rates. I'm not going to scare them. I'm going to raise rates a quarter point. So she raised it a quarter, then another quarter. Are you kidding me? Now inflation is really getting bad at 2018, really getting bad. Powell comes in. He goes, oh my God, look at the inflation. And remember, stock prices are going through the roof, but they don't have any profits underneath them. It's all air. These things are going to fall like a flying monkey. So in 2018, market keeps going up. He says the same thing. Hey, don't worry about inflation. It's transitory. Get under control. No, he doesn't. Now the companies are going crazy, taking more and more money because it was free. Now all of a sudden they're paying 5% interest on money, which is 0. It used to be free. Now they're paying 5%. The worst thing happens. Biden comes to office. He creates more inflation. What does he do? Biden decides, he comes into office on January 2021, and he says, I'm going to create an oil war. We're going to go after the oil companies. How stupid. Didn't he ever watch a World War II movie? We got bombed at Pearl Harbor. Does he understand why? You never start war with oil. Are you out of your mind? So all of a sudden, what's he do? He turns around, he closes the XL pipeline, right? So that's 11 months before Putin enters Ukraine. He then takes Anwar. Remember Anwar, we're getting $86 million a day going into our treasury. We're pumping out of there like 2 million barrels a day, and we're putting in our treasury $85 million a day. He closes that down 16 months before Putin enters Ukraine. The Nord Stream. He calls up his buddy Putin. Hey, Trump wouldn't loan you, wouldn't lease Nord Stream. I'll lease it to you so you can screw Europe out of their gas. Okay, thank you. He does that 3 months before Putin goes to Ukraine. And then now we got huge superinflation, the oil, and then we got huge superinflation because these stupid CEOs, greedy CEOs, keep on borrowing money, free money, to keep reducing the amount of shares they have outstanding so their stock goes through the roof without profits. Remember what QE stock buybacks means. Okay, it's profits without prosperity. You don't need any prosperity. So now we got stupid Biden there creating a war against the oil companies, and we got the Fed feeding the CEOs all this money. Stock valuations are nuts. And now today they turn around and say, we got to do something. We got to get these tech stocks back up because we can't let this market drop through October. And that's what they did then. So what we'll do is so they looked at the damn numbers coming out. They go, oh my God, look at the inflation and wages. That's the worst thing in the world. Worst thing. That's the last thing you want to see, wage increases. And the wages have gone up 4.6% higher than last year. So they turned around and said, all right, here's what we'll do. We'll tell them we estimated they're going to go up 5%. They will say, look, but they only came in at 4.6, and that should create a rally. That should push the bond market straight up. Yields will come down. The dollar will come down, and that'll push tech stocks up. It's not working, is it? Look at the tech stocks, all short covering. Look at the volume. Just look at Apple. Go look at Apple. This is unbelievable. And the way they're trying to sell this today is insane. We haven't had a correction yet in valuations. Please, go to my YouTube channel tonight. I lay out the 3 bubbles on a chart. You'll see exactly what this is the biggest bubble ever we're in. They're afraid to pop it. Because they're talking about, they're going, October is the base. Hey, go back and look on the chart. I do it for you. Go back and look at the low up to the crash in 2018 and 2020. Those two crashes, they were about the same. That's the best we're going to get if it goes down and stops there, which is another 20% or 30%. That would be 60% total from January. We'll add another 30, that'd be 60%. But it's not going to stop there. It's going to go much further down. So that's what these guys are doing. So these bubble masters, since the dot-com bubble, the housing bubble, and then we had the QE bubble, they screwed everybody. They took it too far. Only Biden and Bernanke promised it was going to be no more than 8 months to a year. So Bernanke went in front of Congress, and Congress says, wait, but Bernanke goes in front of Congress, and they asked Bernanke, what's going on here? Who's benefiting from all this inflation? Who's benefiting? Wall Street or Main Street? Oh, Main Street, not Wall Street. No, don't believe that. Main Street, oh, they're having a ball with this. Look at this. And zero race, they could go buy cars. They can buy a pickup truck, buy a pit bull, buy a chain, chain him to the pickup truck on Friday night, go out with his gal. Are you kidding me? So I want to hear these geniuses explain to me when they say this is stupid.
Well, I think we're going to have a soft landing.
Soft landing? You can't have a soft landing when we have not corrected the valuations in stocks. Please learn how to sell short. Look, do me a favor. Join my gang. The first 10 days are free. At least understand how to sell short. Look, I just started a whole new portfolio. It's going to start on Monday. Okay, start on Monday. And we'll be in those same 6 stocks for a year, buying them and selling them short. Why don't you follow us? I mean, this is crazy what's going on. We'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.